take wonder. Screw you, YouTube. Let's take a second. Hope you enjoy.
Great to be so strong. Never needed anybody else. Get along. We're so scared of the silence and the tricks that we use. Oh, we're careful and we're cunning, but we're easily bruised. I don't wanna lie about it. I'm not bulletproof. Well, I finally found a way to hide from all your glances till the waiting game we plays through. I can't but watch the use when all I really wanna do is hide out with you. Well, it would be great to be so strong.
You get the idea. Neverland. Everybody's favorite good guy. Your favorite tie-tie. Superman. Good to see you, guys and dollars. Guys and dolls. Ty, don't say dollars. Guys and dollars. Good to see y'all. Just got home from work. It's about 7:30 in the morning. Might as well do a beer time. Because again, to me, it's still night. Yeah, I'll have a little sipski before I go to sleep because I need some rest. Ironically enough. So, work's been going great. It's been productive. I've been getting a lot accomplished, getting a lot of things done. A lot of heavy lifting, but whatever. Like, a lot of bottles of water. And pallets of water. 4-liter jugs of water. But no, getting it done. Wanted to say hey and wanted to leave this message at the same time because I know y'all, well, where's your vlog? We need a vlog. Where's your okay? Thank you, and I love you all for it. Thank you so much. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate that. I love the positive support y'all give me. And the constructive criticism too, which is fine. I always accept that. I think about it. Just wanted to leave a message, more so, from how I feel lately. Sorry I haven't been around much. I'm just, I almost get tired of saying that though. I'm busy. I work overnights. I'll keep saying it. So I'm not really available at the really weird hours of the day. You all have, your main 9 to 5s. Well, my 9 to 5s are overnight, so it's a little difficult schedule-wise to keep track of everybody and how everybody's doing. I'm sorry for that. I want you to know first, speaking of my message, that I'm doing what I have to do for me. I'm finally coming to terms with, taking care of myself a little better and, just trying to do the right thing. And I always have. And so far it's been a blessing. Everything's been wonderful. I have nothing to complain about. The time of day or night I work, yeah, sure, but it's been a blessing. It's been wonderful. It's been, the job I have now far exceeds a lot of jobs I used to have. So I find it's more well-rounded. Like, I can learn a lot more. I can, I can do my own thing, which is great too. But it's teamwork, and it's part of an effort as a whole, as all of us as a general, to get things done, and we all have a part to play, and it's really cool. I really like the part that I play. I'm not playing, but I really like a lot of the things that I do. I don't really have a whole lot of things I don't like, to be honest. So it's been a blessing. The only thing is I miss a lot of you, and I miss talking to a lot of you. A lot of you. But it's been going well. And, I've, again, nothing to complain about. The only thing is, when your body decides it's time to rest, it will always win the argument. Always listen to your body. I'm always the guy that overdoes everything. I have to overdo it because it's just the way I was built. And that's, I'm not saying it's smart by any means. I'm not I'm not advocating that you should overdo things. I'm just literally saying that that's what I do. And I really got to stop doing that because, speaking of sleep patterns, mine's all shot. Like it's not good. It's not good. So I've got to find a way to balance that out a little bit better. For example, I was off Wednesday, Thursday, and I was just resting. That's probably the best way I could put it. Thursday, I was supposed to help my best buddy. Y'all know him, Tom. I was supposed to help him with a few things around the house and et cetera, other things too. I slept until, God, I think it was at least between 7 to 7:30 at night, and I didn't even mean to. And when I go to bed, I always have closed the door, and both phones are out here. So one's here in front of me in the living room, and one's just around the corner, around that counter. It's in the kitchen. And my bedroom's just down this hall right here at the very end. And I didn't hear the phone. He tried to call me twice. I felt so bad. Man, and I still feel bad now. He's got a lot on his plate, and the least I could do is, fall asleep on him like that. But, no, I feel horrible. Again, his list is long, the list of things to do. I'm always reliable. I'm always, always reliable. I'm always the type to be there for you. And I back up what I say. Just my body decided it was time to rest. Well, I got my karma paid back in full because when I got up, you don't notice the white fan that used to sit there behind me. I don't know if you ever saw it in the shot. Just a white stand-up fan. Cheap little stupid thing I got from a department store. And for like $30 or $25. And even Tone helped me put it together. Well, I felt awful and almost sick to my stomach when I got up, and I felt nauseous. And I'm getting to that in a second. So I ordered takeout, and it came. I had boxes in my arm because the driver handed it to me really funny, and I was trying to balance it just to get it on this coffee table here right behind me. And without looking, I couldn't see down, towards my feet because the boxes were in the way. And I stepped on one of the legs of the fan, and one of the legs snapped that I stepped on, and the fan was on. It was blowing, right? And it fell over and shattered. And I'm like, well, son of a biscuit. I'm trying to watch my language. So I got my karma. I almost cut my foot wide open. I got lucky there. I don't know. Just thin middle legs. Anyways, so I had to throw that out. I was like, damn. So I'm eating my takeout on the couch and watching YouTube or whatever. I don't watch TV. I just, it's usually on this platform, and watching my podcast and, listening to some good stuff. And just this sinking feeling came over me. Like this is, I'm kind of getting to the point here. Something hit me really hard, like really, really hard, that I haven't felt in about, say 2 years. Depression's a killer. It really grabs a hold of you. It washes you right over, which explains why I slept all day and pretty much almost all night on Thursday. It comes back with a vengeance. I wasn't even thinking, because I was doing fine. I was doing way better than I was, and still, my heart's still smashed into pieces and stuff, and trying to recover and trying to make sense of who I am, and all of a sudden it just comes back and just whack, just what I mean. It hits you right square in the face, and depression's an ugly thing, and mental health is very important, but emotional health is too, because everybody always touts, they'll say out loud that mental health. Well, emotional health is also important. For me, it's emotional. It's not so much mental. I've been raised to live with my heart on my sleeve by the sweetest little woman. Can't even speak English. Take another sip, Ty. That'll justify it. English, take two. Raised by the sweet little woman. My mom, little mom. And by Betty too, my sister. And I was raised to be kind, be generous, be thoughtful. And for my dad, when he was alive, he gave me that intensity. He gave me that, take care of the ladies, take care of yourself, take care of others. So I was raised like that. Well, that'll bite you right back in the ass, because if you're going through, what I had to go through a couple of years back, and I'll never lie to you, it still affects me. I mean, of course it does. It still hurts. Like, it really does. Like, it's going to take time. And the more time it takes, the more I drive myself nuts. And the more things like that happen when it comes up and whacks me in the face and snaps me back to reality, I guess, lack of a better term. Maybe you have a better idea. But, and I'm just speaking for myself, it sucks. I've said this before. And just this dark cloud hit me, and thinking of how much better I could have done. Maybe, things would have turned out different. But I don't know. I realize it takes two to tango. Had I done things better, I think it just would have lasted a little longer, I strongly believe that it wasn't just my side of the fence, And it sucks, because here I am by myself eating takeout food, which is fine, I had to eat, but, just feeling sorry for myself. I'm sitting right here, right there, feeling bad for having missed phone calls from my buddy, who's always been there for me, who I can't even say how thankful I am for, or how much I love him, and really appreciate him, and love doing things with him. Doesn't matter what it is. But for some reason, just, that day wasn't the day. And, I feel bad for that. But, see, I'm about feeling. But at least I'm honest, I do beat myself up. Trust me, I do. But the message of everything, I felt a switch being turned on. Those of us in the know that have tinfoil hats on, you'll understand what I'm saying. You can call me a tinfoil hat wearing MFer all you want to. That's fine. That's your opinion. I'm pretty well educated on what's been happening. But specifically emotionally, there was the switch, or something flipped on, and I could feel the difference. Night and day. Like, night and day. I mean, night and day. You can't tell me that that's random. There was a shift that happened. It's making my hair stand up on my arms. I'm getting goosebumps right now thinking about it. Something shifted towards the evil side of things. I always say the universe is filled with nasties. Somebody flipped a switch and turned it towards the nasty side of things because everything's so tense. Everything's getting worse, tense-wise. Well, look at worldly events now. We don't get into this on this channel. It's not about politics. I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about reality. What you feel and how you are as an individual. Or in our case, a collective group. Somebody hit a switch. And I don't care who you are, you can't tell me different. I can feel it. It's the ESP working, And I definitely have ESP. I'm pretty sensitive to that kind of stuff. I forget the word you use for it. Doesn't really matter. Very ultra sensitive to it. And I always have been since I was a child, since I was a kid. Something's going on. Something is going on. Don't want to get too far into it because, well, I might never vlog again. You know what I'm saying? Wink. But, I'm no threat until you back me in a corner, right? Something was hit. And it grabbed my heart and it squeezed it. And I'm sitting here for the last couple of days since Thursday night, when everything happened. And I'm sitting here living in it, if that makes sense. I'm trying to put this into words, which I always will. And it hurts, and it sucks. All you can do is pray. All you can do is try to think positive. But I can feel it. Something's not right in the air. There is something not right in the air at all. Period. I don't care who you are. Again, you can't tell me different. I feel it. And that's not good. Because even my gut's telling me there's something wrong. Either something big's going to happen, or it's already happening now. It's just Anyway, I'm not going to get into it. I like to keep doing these vlogs. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there'd be an uproar if, you can't keep your tie around anymore. I would hope so. I love you all. Thank you. Cheers. Pinkies up. Depression is a killer. And yes, I still have it. I remember, it's hard to admit that out loud, but I'm honest. I'm open. I have nothing to hide. Remember when I was younger, going through relationship trouble. This is what this reminds me of. I never thought I'd be reminded of those days again. Where you love somebody so hard. And of course I'm a teenager and, at this point, and just coming into being a 19-year-old, basically, 4 years prior. And just trying to figure out what hormones are. You know what I mean? But really loving somebody and then losing them. This is very similar. The outcome was very similar. The ending you couldn't have written if you were doing a skit. That's quite the story. But for me, it sucks because it happened, and loving somebody that intensely for so long, and I mean intensely. I've already said in the last one. Wow. And then to experience what I did. Okay, I'll leave it at that. To sit here going through what I've gone through, missing them, and just, detoxifying myself from the poisons that are in my veins from all the bad times. and all the digression that happened. You know, it sucks. It sticks with you. 13 years is a long time. But that's what I felt, and that's how I feel right now. I just hope this clears up in the next few days, because it's come back with a vengeance. Some people out there are cheering for me to go through that. That's fine. That's your opinion. That's how you feel. You know, am I perfect? No. Was I perfect? Hell no. You know, the monster I was probably deserves that. You know, when I couldn't be better for myself or somebody else. I'm not like that anymore. Haven't been for a long time. But going through just sadness and loneliness and this and that, it changes a person. In my case, learning to live with everything, it changed me for the better, because I didn't give myself a choice. I had to be better. So I developed into a better person, a better human being, because I needed to be, you know. I'm not speaking for anybody else but myself, because I'm not like that, you know. As much as things are said and, you know, to whoever out there, doesn't matter. I'm not like those things that they say. Is what it is. But I hope you're all doing well, and that how I'm feeling, this switch that was hit, I hope that doesn't affect you at all. Yeah. I'll be all right. I'm just going through it. I'm still going through it. I'm just being honest. You know. And again, I feel really bad because my best buddy always makes me feel better. Always makes me feel better. Don't know how. It's just, you know, no, I know how. I mean, like, we talk about everything, and, you know, spend time together and work hard together, you know, get things done together, which I love getting things done. It's just the way I'm built too, you know, hard worker. Very like-minded, Jesus, he can predict my next move. I mean, he knows me well. And vice versa, you know. I can't predict his next move, but he's a wise man, you know. Always makes me feel better. And for me to do that, I didn't do it on purpose. I was just, man, I knew I was tired, but it's me pushing myself too hard. That's what it is. You know. So I'm going to learn, well, as I'm learning, but I'm going to learn how to better balance myself that way. And I've kind of laughing at myself right now, because I've said this for years already, and it's kind of funny. I beat myself up. It's what I do, you know. But at the end of the day, I'd like to believe I take care of other people, you know, quite well. You know, I'm still taking care of myself, of course, as I just got all the way into. You know, it's like times like these right now where I'm having a little sipski, you know, before I go to bed. It's good, because I can relax and chill. I just need to chill out. That's, you know, I've said this out loud even to my buddy. I don't take time to chill. Well, always go. The body will catch up, and it will tell you off, and it will win the argument. You can't win that. There is no, I don't care, again, who you are, where you come from, you're not going to win that argument. When your body says it's time to rest, it's like, oh, okay, well, you don't have a choice. So, and that's what happened. Oy. Okay, I'm done with the spilling of the beans and the emotional gushing and the this and the that. But See y'all soon. I'm going to bed. That's what I'm going to do. I still have 2 more nights to go. So let's get it done. I will see y'all on the other side. Excuse me, Kev. I don't know about live just yet, but there's going to be one coming because we're long overdue. And when I go live, I promise I'm going to read back the date on the last live on that live, just to tell myself off some more. Okay? Well, listen, you bunch of rock stars. You all be well. I love you. I thank you. I'm human. You know? But y'all make me Superman. So I'm going to continue to do that. Okay? Y'all know what I mean. I'm so grateful for you all. I'm so thankful. Can't express that enough, and I won't. Okay? Be well. Rest easy. And I'll see you in the next one. One more cheers to you. Thank you for listening. Thanks for indulging. Long road to recovery ahead, I guess. But we're in this together. That's what matters. I love you and I thank you. Always keep that pinky up. All right? If not, just do it once for me. That's all I ask. I don't ask for much. Clinkies. That was gentle. Relax. Relax. Good night, y'all. I'll see y'all soon, okay? I love you. Thanks. Everybody's favorite good guy. I hope so. Superman. Out. See you soon.